What's up, you guys? Good to see you on the Mr. Dig channel. I was gonna start the video back in the landfill, but look what showed up. So y'all wanted us to try a cat off-road. The rent starts Monday, so we're gonna put that big girl to work. So that's a 7:30. We've never ran a cat off-road before. The Hyundai's been real good to us, and of course the Volvo that we own is jam up, but it's a busy day. We're gonna help out wherever we can. Unfortunately, we've gotten caught with our pants down because today is the second day of spring. We're already out of material down at our own nursery, and we're just behind. So we just bought a new trommel screen, and it may be, well, I was thinking, okay, yeah, there it is. It's set up right there. So we need some topsoil bad time. We have zero. And not only do we need it down at Grassroots, our own landscape nursery, everybody else is screaming for it too. We're short on mulch. We're behind the 8 ball, so we're gonna see what we can do to help out. We're gonna go find Brandon and see if we can maybe jump in a loader or a track hoe and get that trommel screen spinning and get us some topsoil on the ground so she can start earning her keep. So Brandon was telling me we were having to do service on one of the Hyundais, so we're short a loader right now. That's the 960, obviously, just doing a regular maintenance scheduled service on it. So let's go over here, see where our buddy Brandon is, and see what kind of loader we've got available. I even thought about using the old WA400, the old Komatsu, but it hasn't been ran in quite some time. So we're gonna just how to play this one by ear and help where we can. There's our buddy Austin. Big 960 with the chipper bucket on. Looks like we got Fern in the Cabelco, running the B66, making some pre-grind material. That might be our friend Brandon right there, running the 75 DK shredder through the pallet piles. But as y'all can see over here, I'm gonna roll the window down. We've just have got a little bit of cherry brown, pretty much out of black. And it looks like they just ran some chocolate or coffee brown over there. So this does not look good at all for the time of year it is right now. Looks like we must have a delivery coming in. Things happening all over the place, you guys. All right, talked with Brandon, and he needs us to jump on the 826C compactor over here at the pallet pile. As you can see, we got trucks lined up. They're being offloaded as we speak. And we've got a mountain of pallets right there that needs to be crushed and then pushed over to Aaron is actually in the Cabelco feeding the 75 DK. So we're gonna go get our 826C checked out, push some pallets, try not to get stuck because it is Friday. And you know what happens on Fridays. So I don't even know why I just jinxed myself, but we're gonna try not to get stuck. Crunch these pallets up, help feed the mulch operation, because we are wide open, orders are stacked up, and we don't have the material, the weather, as well as just machines being down. We had bearings go out in the Rotochopper, yada, yada, yada. We gotta get on the stick. All right, let's check this old girl out right here. Hopefully we got diesel. Brandon said he's got some. That don't sound too good, does it? Need a rag. All right, this is about all I could find, but it'll work. Looks like we might have had about 50%, but I want to make sure. We won't be on her too terribly long, so it should be okay. If we got half a tank, we're definitely good. It's really hard to check on this. Okay, yeah, we're at 65, we're good. Sounded kind of empty though, didn't it? The guys lose the caps all the time, so that's our safety chain. All right, let's get the oil checked out. Let's get to work. This old girl's got a bad exhaust leak. Okay, oil's good. She's got a bad exhaust leak, but this is one of our very old compactors, and we just use it for pallets. It doesn't get ran all that often, but she's about to get ran right now. And then doggone it, I forgot to check our battery switch. Can't remember which way's on or off. I guess we'll figure it out. Should have been off though, so now she should be on. Let's see if we were correct. Nope, we were wrong. Doggone it. Okay, be back. Now we're good to go. All right, I'll put you guys on the outside in a little bit. Let you hear some of that yummy, delicious cruncho vision. Right now, y'all gonna stay in the cab with me for a little bit. Go ahead and release our park brake. We're in first gear. We'll stay in first gear. Throw her in drive and see if she's warmed up enough to move. And oh yeah, she's ready to go to work. Let's go crunch some stuff, y'all. Golly, this thing skipped so bad though. What I'm going to do is try to go up and just take the left side of my blade and slowly clip at that mountain of pallets. That way we don't get into the real soft stuff and get ourselves stuck. I got to quit talking about that. Come on, old girl. Hang in there for me for just a little while. Oh, we're going to get some good crunch today, guys. I love smashing up these pallets. I don't know if the AC works in this one. Probably not, but it feels pretty good outside today. At least we got a fan. But for right now, that feels pretty good. These cabs get like greenhouses there. They'll heat up on you real quick like. Man, we got a bunch of pallets. Good gracious. Alright, old girl, you can do it. Let's take our blade, stick it right into the side there. What we're going to try to do is pre-crunch them for air and just to make it a little bit easier on him. So we'll just slowly raise our blade up as we're going up the mountain. Let them fall under the blade so that the wheels can, of course, get it. Go ahead and do a little pre-crunch and make it like a little bit easier on air. Right now he needs some feed stop, so once we get right up here, I'll drop the blade. We'll go ahead and push some of the stuff that's already been crushed up. Got to be careful on the side over here. I got pallets trying to come on the side of the machine. But anyhow, we'll take the blade, drop it right here, push the material down to air so he don't have to move his whole operation down there. Is the reason we're doing this also. There's our buddy Aaron down there. Gotta just be real careful when we get to that edge because this material is very soft and spongy, and we sure enough don't want to end up down there. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on the outside. This is too good a cruncho vision footage to miss. Now hang on out there. we just had a truck dump out this right here, and unfortunately it's one of my own trucks. Now we got to take the time, valuable time, to get down, get this crap out, these bags of trash, because we don't want that in our mulch. So it's Friday. Too much, the magnet will get that out on the other end. Clean area. So this next truck's coming in. I don't like dumping them down here, but we've gotten so behind till we just got kind of a mess around here. But that guy, he's being live unloaded right now. We're kind of blocking him in with the truck, so I'm having to make sure he can get out, and we need to hurry up and get back up there and keep Aaron fed too. So it's just kind of wide open at the moment right now. So just for those of you who are curious, this material comes from local companies that are, you know, trying to hit zero waste. This wood material is kind of problematic, the bigger cribbing and stuff for other folks. But since we have the Rotochopper 75 DK, we're able to take even that large cribbing with the huge bolts and all the metal, and we can process it much more efficiently than with our high-speed grinders, because that shredder just kind of is slow, got plenty of space for the metal to follow through, then the magnet can pick it out. So it's really been a game changer for us here as far as the mulch production and being able to accept some more difficult type materials. Got kind of a wonky door on this old can here. These things take a beating everywhere they go. People don't care about them and just beat the heck out of them. But it's part of the game. good. He can get out, so let's go ahead and go feed Aaron. He's probably about made a pretty decent sized hole up here. We'll just take some of this already kind of ground up stuff on the right hand side of our mountain here. Push it on up. Make sure he don't run out of material. Then we'll back up down the hill and grab that load that was just dumped out. Come on, man. Trying to just feather that blade, keep as much material in front of it as I can as we approach the drop off here, while keeping the machine moving at the same time. So we got a pretty good blade pull now. But unfortunately, when you get the blade pull, you can't see the edge. So we gotta just go by feel and watch it when it drops off. There you go, Aaron. Sorry, buddy. I know you was getting hungry. I'll go ahead, since he's almost out of material, we'll drop the blade again just right here. Go ahead, fill in this hole, although it looks like he's kind of moving right now. Yeah, he was almost out of material. So what we'll do, go ahead, just do a couple of little short pushes right here. Looks like he's going to come on up a little bit though, so we might better wait just a second. Not exactly sure what he's going to try to do, but we'll get out of his way, let him do his thing. We'll go back down here and push this load off the ground until we figure out what his game plan is going to be. Might be going to come up here and just help us get some of that mountain of pallets thrown down where we can crunch them. Because as y'all can see, man, I was just undercutting that pallet pile. Just didn't want to fall for me. So yeah, that's what he's doing. He's helping us out. Throwing them out in the middle, we can crunch them a lot easier and push them to him. I was really struggling there, as y'all can probably see, trying to make that thing fall down. This stuff I want to kind of lose early and go ahead and start crunching it up. Appreciate the help, man. We definitely could use it. Got busy there for a minute. We had 2 trucks down here dumping. We got all these trailers being offloaded. They got nowhere to put the pallets. And I got to remember where that trash is. Don't want to run over it, and I think I'm about to. The other good thing about having that shredder too is, you know, inevitably I'm going to have to push a little bit of dirt to keep this tipping floor clean, and it doesn't do any harm to that shredder. It just falls right through it. So no extreme wear like it would be if it was going through a higher speed grinder. Man, you run dirt through this thing, spinning at such high RPMs, you can get a tremendous amount of wear real quick like. The shredder's been a good thing for us. Need a bigger one though. I like that M&J over there, so I got Rotochopper actually pricing us out on their 95. So we'll see what that comes back, what it looks like. If it makes sense to go with a bigger shredder. tired of that sound right there though. Love that grunt. I do get tired of that exhaust leak though. That drives me insane. I guess it's an exhaust leak. That's what it sounds like to me. Some of y'all had commented you think it might be the turbo. I don't know. She ain't smoking that bad. It sounds to me just like a manifold leak or something. I don't like it. Got to get Rolando to check it out. See what we can do to fix it. Doesn't seem to be hurting the performance though. The AC honestly blows super cold in here. I had to turn it down. I was surprised. I thought for sure it wouldn't work. Try to compact this right side of it here a little bit. Go up here and hit this pile of stuff in there and push down to us. Customer wanting mulch, and I hate to turn down business, but we simply don't have the material. We can't even keep our current customers supplied, so I hate to turn away business, but you know, if you ain't got the material, you just don't have it. It's a great problem to have, but nonetheless a problem. We just don't have the we've got the land to expand on, but I just don't know if I want to grow the business any more bigger than it already is. We're already maxed out with the number of excavators and loaders and trouble streams and grinders and shredders, and I think we're going to hold tight. I hate to turn away new business potential, but we're beyond our capacity right now. I mean, my own landscape yard needs mulch, so it's kind of a hard decision to make to turn down business, but I think it's the right move because I don't want to, you know, upset any of our current customers. I need material myself, so one of those decisions you just kind of got to go with your gut on. Try not to get too close to this right edge either. There it's throwing material quicker than I can crush it. Left side of my compactor, crush this material up the best we can, not getting stuck at the same time. Quit saying that, Ryan, you're going to get yourself stuck. But also, by using the left side of the machine, it's making it slide toward the right side of this mountain, which we definitely don't want to go on, but we're getting pretty sideways as it is right here now. Alright, that's enough. Compactor, but they also allow you to slide as you're rolling. You're kind of like rolling on skates, so to speak. So if you get the machine too tilted, it'll just slide right over on it. You wouldn't think that a 90,000-pound machine would slide, but I promise you it will. I need to try to get up on top of that material right there. Tell you what, maybe let's go back down here to the bottom, see if we can push some of this material up, build us a little bit of a ramp, get on top of that material. Let's fill in this little valley right here and build us a little jump. couple more passes like that, we can get on top of it. Hopefully not get stuck, it's pretty deep. Too far because we'll sink out there in the middle of it. We got to kind of slowly work and pack so we can take a blade and take it to where Aaron's at. But our loading dock is completely full of pallets down there right now. Pretty good shape now. We built us a little connecting ramp. We can get on top, get this stuff smashed down good enough. You gotta kind of go by feel on this. When you start to feel like you're falling into a little bit of mud, that's when you know you gotta back out. You'll frame out, all four wheels will spin, and then that'll be no good Friday fun. Right there. On the left side, if y'all saw the video when the compactor got stuck up here, it's because it got on that left side a little too much. The compactor really stays in the middle a lot. If you get off to the left or to the right, it's like almost riding on matchsticks. If they break down too much and you don't have anything real solid under you, you'll just sink. And we do not want to do that today. So what I do is I split it by half a wheel. That way I know at least half of my wheels on some good solid ground, because I've already made a pass through there. Now if I feel the front left start to dive, I know I can back out without getting myself into trouble. Thanks, Aaron. We appreciate you, buddy. See that front left diving? That's when I know it's time to back out. Now I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and start dropping my blade. We'll start pushing. Try to feed Aaron over there. He's back on the shredder now. Just still got to be super careful because y'all saw him. He threw probably a good 6 to 8 feet worth of loose material. So we just kind of still drive by the seat of our pants. That was a big help having him come up here with that excavator. Alright, Aaron just signaled he's going to lunch at 1 o'clock. So to keep ourselves moving, we're going to have to jump out of the compactor. Go ahead and feed myself a little bit right here. Not lunch, but feed myself some wood material so that I can run the shredder while Aaron goes and gets him a bite to eat. We're going to park this real quick. I think I'll make one more pass. Just so I know I've got enough material to make it through lunchtime. And let's go jump jump on the Cabelco. I'm gonna run the shredder a little bit. I gotta get in better shape. I ran around here trying to get a little bit of exercise where I can, but heavy breathing. Hey, Monroe, how are you today, man? I'm out of breath. I ran around here.
I've seen you jogging over here.
Yeah, try to get me a little exercise.
All right, here's your crash course.
All right. Stop.
See the 3 lights?
Yep.
Hit it one time. It's yellow.
Yep.
Now you got yellow, green.
Yep.
Hit it again.
And that'll start her up.
That's it.
All right.
So
I can handle that.
all right, just give it a good shake over here. So we don't cover the track, so it makes it hard to get out.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you throw something long in there,
Yeah.
go.
It'll split flap. All right, go get you some lunch, kid. Thanks for your help up there. I was having trouble with that mountain. All right, I'm gonna put you guys right here. Y'all hang on. bit of a clog here, guys. Heard somebody blowing the horn. I don't know who was trying to let me know, but somebody let me know, and I happened to turn around here and look, and yep, got a little bit of a clog. I'm not sure what happened. See if we can get her unclogged though. ask you something.
Ask away.
This bar going across the hopper, was it bent before I started running this machine? See up underneath?
Yeah.
Okay, it was. Because I was trying to do the beds, but I was actually raising and lowering the conveyor belt, and I said, oh crap. I hope I didn't let it down and smash it, but I only had one snafu. I just got it unclogged. My hopper clogged up on me for some reason, so I just took and raised it up, took the bucket, got her unclogged. Made a little bit of a mess down there, but somebody blew the horn at me in town, so I was able to stop her down. All right, I'm gonna leave it with you, dude.
All right.
Did y'all do Mr. Mexican today?
Oh yeah.
What'd they have?
I think it was steak.
Yeah.
And peppers and some onions.
Nice. It's always kind of the same ingredients, just in a different combination.
Yeah.
They stack it different.
It was good.
All right. Well, carry on.
Thank you.
See you, buddy. Good gracious, it's busy around here, y'all. Pallets still coming in like crazy. Need to get back on the compactor, but we ain't got time right now. So this is just gonna have to do for a Friday afternoon, unfortunately. Brandon, it's busy, dude. Hey, Primo.
Wow.
Well, at least we was able to help out a little bit, you guys. I'm actually fit here in an hour or so. Gonna head up, pick Miss Sarah up. We're going to Greenville, South Carolina for the weekend. I'm sure I'll film some there, but I'll put it over on my other channel, which is Grassroots Gardening. So if you like gardening, landscaping, that kind of stuff, and if you want to see our trip up there, we're supposed to rent some electric bikes and go up something called the Rabbit Trail. So we'll see how that turns out. So if you feel so inclined, hop over there, check out Grassroots Gardening. Other than that, I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.